I was raped on Father's Day in 1981 at the age of 31 by a family friend. It happened very slowly, and everything was very intense. And I told my therapist about it the following day, and he did not believe me. I also went to my gynecologist that same day to get examined, and he did believe me. And that is the last time that I ever spoke about it until around 1999. I was seeing a therapist for grief management, and I found out that my abuser's wife was going to be also a patient of his, and things started, I was getting the flashbacks again, the night terrors, and I opened up to my current therapist, and he suggested that I call SARCC. His wife was a volunteer for SARCC, and when I left his office that night, the first call I made was to the SARCC hotline. And the next day they called me, and we got the ball rolling. The impact on my life prior to my recovery journey was a life of drugs and alcohol, mental health issues, self-injury. At that time I began the support group at SARCC, and by that time I had already been into a year of recovery from the disease of addiction. The recovery that helped me the most, I think, was the peer support that I received at SARCC, and although I don't use that program anymore, I still do use the hotline on occasions when the need arises. The community needs to know that sexual violence does not strike any one person. It strikes the men, women, boys and girls. It strikes the elderly person. It strikes the homeless person in the street. We're not immune to, none of us are immune to being sexually violated or physically abused. And I think with the recent activities that have been on the television, my message would be, if you know a child who is being sexually abused or physically abused, you need to call the authorities immediately, because that child needs protection, and we're the only ones who can protect that child, and our children are our best assets, our most valuable assets. I would say to other survivors, get some counseling, because you're going to really need it. I would also say, hang in there. It doesn't get easy. It's not a pretty road sometimes, but only by breaking your silence is what's going to give you the freedom to go on. My name is Ginny, and I am a survivor.